welcome back to my channel. Now for today I'm going to show you a few minutes of my memory jar. Okay, basically for about 3 years I decided it'd be a really good idea to write things down that made me smile, made me laugh, something positive for each day, and I'd actually pop it in here. And if I felt sad or I had a low day, I'd open the jar up and pop one of these out and read it, and it'd, you know, surely make me feel quite happy, because obviously I'm thinking about that time in particular, and it was just really warming. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a few of them. It's going to be a 2-part video, this is, because there's quite a lot in here. And I'm going to just do a little explanation in all of them, and you know, just try and make you smile as well. So let's go. Okay, so let's have a little looky look. Okay, so the first one: a customer at work who made a lovely compliment on my appearance, having a positive attitude on a Monday. Now everyone usually associates Monday with a negative vibe, but that shouldn't be so. You only think of it negatively because you're waking up thinking, oh, it's a Monday, and that sets you off straight away. The best thing to do is on a Sunday, get everything prepared for the Monday, have a shower, do what you normally do a bit of self-care on a Sunday night, and on a Monday you'll feel really refreshed. At the end of the day, you've got to make a positive start for the week, because if you don't, mentally it can really drain you for the week, and that obviously causes a knockback effect, you know, on the rest of the week. So it's really important to start your day off right, start your week off right. Okay, so another one here. So this one is: having a day out with Elizabeth. It was nice to treat her and spend mummy and daughter time. I think this is really important, if you've got kids or you haven't got kids. Just with family, I think it's really important to spend quality family time. It just gives you that positive attitude, you know, for the rest of the day, positiveness for the family. You know, I just think it's something that we should all not take for granted. You know, as you get older, you start to realise a lot more what family means. So it is really, really important to appreciate your family, spend more time with your family. Whatever the issues, put it in the past, obviously, depending on your circumstances. But it's just a really big thing for me is family, and obviously losing a few of my family members, it's more than ever important to me. Okay, let's try another one. This one is: loved having a cuddle in bed with Elizabeth and laughing, singing, counting and saying our ABCs. Elizabeth, obviously I should have mentioned, she's my daughter, and as she was growing up, we obviously was teaching her ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and it was just really, really nice to see her learning and enjoying singing as well. She absolutely loves singing. Again, that special family time is so important. Another one here. Went up to York to surprise my nana. She was so happy, and so was I. Now, that's actually quite special, because my nana, she's no longer with us. She passed away about 1.5 years ago, and you probably obviously saw it on my previous video. My nana adored her grandchildren, absolutely adored them, and the one thing she absolutely adored was when her grandchildren made homemade things. As I was growing up, I used to always make cards for her. I used to draw silly little pictures, but she loved them, and she kept every single one of them. Obviously, you know, it was a bit raw, but when she passed away, we had to obviously go through all of her stuff, and my aunt, she had pictures and loads of cards and things that I'd made, and it was just so lovely to see. It was sad, obviously, but it was so nice to think that she'd kept all these for so many years. So yeah, I mean, I treasure every single thing that I made my nana, and I've actually got it in a memory, like in a memory box. Okay, let's do another one. Oh, what's this in here? Helping Edward through the tough times made me feel good knowing he can always rely on me. Edward's my husband, and he has been through quite a lot, and it's obviously, as you can imagine, going through all these, it's quite emotional. But yeah, my husband has been going through quite a lot, and it's nice to know that obviously he can always rely on me for absolutely anything. We've been there together, you know, through thick and thin. We've been together about, I think it's 13 years. Quote me if I'm wrong, if my husband watches this. And we have actually had some really tough times. He suffers with mental health as well, as I probably mentioned in one of my other videos. We do keep each other entertained, keep each other looking at the positive sides of things. If one of us has one of our days, you know, a low day, you know, we pick each other up. And I hope my husband realises just how much I do actually really love him, and you know that I am there for him. I'm there for everybody. So, you know, I know he's always there for me. So yeah. Okay, so another one. What's this one? When Edward took care of me when I wasn't well with my back. Oh dear. Yeah. I suffer with sciatica. I have done for quite a long time. I slipped on some ice and really hurt my back, and it's never been the same since. I had my daughter, I had an epidural, and that made my back worse. I've been through scans. They can't really tell me anything apart from it's just wear and tear. It feels a lot more than wear and tear, I can tell you. But yeah, my husband, he is an absolute gem. There's some things, obviously, that I'm not going to say on the video that he's had to do because I couldn't move. But honestly, with my anxiety and depression, it's different for everybody. Everyone associates depression with it's just one thing. You're just moody, or you just can't be, or lazy, but it's not like that at all. If you're wondering, you know, obviously if you want to make yourself a bit more aware about depression and anxiety, please go onto an NHS website, please research it. It's not all the same for everybody. Now, when I did do my back in, obviously I went really, really, really low, and every day I'd cry constantly because I was in so much pain. But my husband came to the rescue. He was a knight in shining armour. He'd bought me tablets upon tablets. He'd bought me drinks when I needed them. He'd bought me food. You know, he plumped up my pillows. He did absolutely everything for me. And he'd always tell me not to worry, things will get better and we'll get it sorted. And that is exactly what you want to hear. You know, that is what you need in your life. You need a family member, friend, husband, wife, partner. You really need someone to be there to support you through everything, because you know it is really, really difficult when you're in that much pain, or you're going through something that you know is horrible. So you know, if you know someone who's alone, they haven't got any family, they don't really see any friends, please just give them a call, give them, you know, a text message if you have the number, or even simply go around to the house just to see if they're okay, because it could be like me, you know, they could be suffering from something, they can't move, they've got nobody, you know, it is so important. to help. Okay, let's have a look. Got another one. How's this one? Edward buying me sushi, and then I've put it's just the little things. I don't know if you can. I don't know if that's gonna. Is that gonna focus? No, I don't think that's gonna focus, is it? No, never mind. But yeah, it says Edward buying me sushi. I never used to like sushi. I used to hate it. When I first met my husband, he actually took me to Selfridges, and they had like a conveyor belt of sushi, and I tried it for the first time, and I was like, I'm not sure, and I just tried to get used to it, and after a while, oh my god, I can't stop eating it. It's just the best thing ever. I absolutely adore sushi. It's something that makes me really, really happy. Okay, let's have a look. I've written this on a till receipt from work. You see, any little bit of paper, write it down. Let's have a look. Can't get the thing open. Feeling positive about how well I did in an interview, even though I didn't get the job. Having so much support from everyone. Again, positivity is so important. I know it's sometimes really difficult, but this was actually quite upsetting for me, but I got over it eventually. My anxiety just kicked in. It's not as simple as, oh, you know what, yeah, okay, there's plenty of jobs out there, or whatever. It's not just as simple as that. It's, you go through the motion of, you think, well, am I good enough, or I'm not really good enough, then you start to punish yourself for this, that and the other. That's mental health for you. That's anxiety, that's depression. And unfortunately, yeah, I kind of, got really upset about it in the end. I was crying, and it was just as simple because I didn't get the job. I mean, to some people that'd be like, oh god, she's pathetic, but it's not like that at all. It's just something that, it's overthinking, this is. But at the end of the day, you mustn't think that you're not good enough for anything. You are good enough. You really, really are good enough. And it's not about, someone saying, oh, you just got to try harder. Sometimes people do try as hard as they can and they still think that they're failing, but you're never failing. Just remember that. At the end of the day, things will always work out. You might overthink, you might be a bit upset, but please, you will overcome it. Even if it takes some time, you will overcome it. Another one. Okay, got this one here. So this one is, again, it's my husband. I think this jar is just full of my husband. I love that Ed is so patient with me. My body is going through a lot, but he's always there every step of the way. Now that's basically exactly the same thing as when I did my back for sciatica. And he is a good one. He is a gentleman. He does everything for me. He does things like simple as open a door for me while I walk through. That is a true gentleman. So let's give us a good mix. What's this one? This one is... Okay, so this one is Lizzy making me so proud with her school report. Again, because obviously Lizzy started school and we had a report come through, and it was just, she's above average with everything, and I'm ever so proud. I do sometimes feel a little bit sad because she doesn't really mix a lot with children, like say in the area, mainly because obviously this coronavirus at the moment, but she's always been with adults, and I think she's very clever for her age. She mixes with children, but it's at school, it's not, she hasn't really got any friends out of school because there's not really many kids in the area. We do try and do things with kids around, and she absolutely loves it, which is, understandable because she's a child. But yeah, as she's getting older, we're going to obviously try and get friends over for dinner and things like that. Get her to be a bit more social with other children. But yeah, it does say in a report that she was like really good with kids. She she gets on so well with them. She makes friends wherever she goes, and that is so true. Anywhere we go, she just makes friends. She's a bit like me. She will never judge anyone whatsoever. At the end of the day, you don't know that person. You want to open yourself up and make friends, you know, and that's what it's all about. Okay, oops, Daisy. Okay, another one. Talking about my anxiety and taking little steps each day to mentally get better. Open up to people feels good. I have support if I need it. Now this one, this one was one of the first I put in here. This was when I actually told work that I needed some help, because my anxiety was getting far too much and it was affecting my work. I was off sick quite a lot. Nobody knew I had depression and anxiety. I went to the doctors. I actually got diagnosed with mild depression and anxiety, got put on tablets, and I openly spoke about it at work with my manager and some of my colleagues. And I tell you something, it felt so good, because they weren't just understanding, but they were like family. It was like they opened themselves up and they were so supportive and just basically telling me, you know, that they're there for me if I need them. And it was just so heartwarming. But it's family as well. I opened up to family and told them, look, I'm struggling, you know, I have some issues. And again, they were so supportive. And if you're ever afraid to talk about things like this, don't be. The more you open up, you know, if you tell people what you're going through, the more support that you'll get, and you'll feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. So if there's anybody out there who's really, really struggling with depression or anxiety, please do get some help. At the end of obviously my video, I will have my contact details, everything on there. So if you even want to just come to me and just talk to me about it and open up, please do. I will never ever ignore any messages. That's not simply what I do. The reason why I've done this channel is for people to come to me and talk to me. So please get in touch with me. If you don't want to get in touch with me, that's absolutely fine. Just please have a research, go wherever you are, research where you can get some support, because it'll really, really help. Okay, so guys, I'm going to make this my last one, okay, because there's a lot in there and we're running out of time. I apologise, that was my email popping up. Okay, so spending time away for Elizabeth's birthday made me feel really happy treating her. This was for a second birthday. She's nearly 6 now, so this was a long time ago. We took her to the beach, the seaside, and we bought her like a necklace with the letter E and a diamond in it. And it was nice for her to have some breakfast in the hotel, treating her to ice cream, treating her basically to anything that she wanted within reason. We don't spoil our child, but we give her, you know, what she wants, again within reason. I want my daughter to grow up knowing that, you know, she can get help with things, she can do things if she really wants to do them. I try to get her to do her own stuff, and she is just a superstar. You know, I'm very open as a parent, you know. It's the year 2020, so, you know, it's just having an open mind with things. Obviously, again, you know, making sure she knows right from wrong, just guiding her. That is my job. But yeah, it was so lovely to take her away on her birthday. We've taken her to I think it's Peppa Pig World, down south, I think it is. We've taken her there 3 times and she absolutely loves it. But she's starting to get a little bit older now, so I think I'm going to have to find somewhere else to take her. But yeah, guys, that's it, okay? I really, really hope you enjoyed that. I mean, it was a bit, you know, I only did a couple. I say a couple, it's not a couple because couples too. I did a few and it brought back some memories, which is really, really lovely. Some a little bit raw, but again, I'm thinking of the happy side of them things. If you ever feel as though you're overthinking and your mind is going 10 to the dozen, you need to take yourself to a place, a happy memory, not a sad memory, a happy memory. Put some music on, like I actually put a post on my Facebook a couple of days ago, and I was feeling quite good in the morning. I put some music on to make me feel happy, to continue that happiness throughout the day. I put something on that made me think about when I was 21 years old, so that is, oh my gosh, that's 12 years ago, because I'm 33, you know, if you don't know the maths. But yeah, oh my god, and it was great. I felt like I was back at my old student house, just jamming out to some tunes. It was great, absolutely great. So yeah, guys, so if you feel as though you want to contact me, please do. I will answer emails, messages as quick as I can. I'll try and give you some advice, but I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm simply here to give you advice, and to obviously, you know, give you some techniques on how to, you know, take away the overthinking, just to give yourself some relaxation techniques if that's all it needs. So yeah, so I'm really glad you stopped by, and I really hope to see you again.